Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a review for a new vendor. So for those of you who know Tara Lynn in the wax community, her mom, Barbara, owns a company called Nana Makes Sense. And Tara had messaged me. We were talking back around the time my in-laws got here. So it was like the end of February, beginning of March. She messaged me and said, hey, my mom, is there a new company? And she would like to know if you want to try some of her wax. And I was like, of course, I love trying, new vendors. And so she sent me a handful of things and she wanted to know if I would give a honest review, which that's what I'm here for. So I have a list. I wanted to wait. I was wanting to do this last week, but with being sick, I do not do reviews or melt things I'm going to review when I'm sick. I feel like my senses were not up to par. I couldn't smell for several days. So this was delayed a week and I'm sorry for that. But yeah, so I spent the last week melting most of these. So some of these I did not finish because I was really just trying to get through everything and I could get a good review based on what I went ahead and melted. So that being said, she sent me her card. And she is based out of Connecticut. It's a very nice card. I really like this card. And then she also sends one of these. Please allow 4 to 6 weeks from pour date to cure. And she had said, Devin, thank you so much for doing this review for me. I hope you like everything I picked out for you. I am so excited to watch you on YouTube. Don't forget to check pour dates. Allow 4 to 6 weeks cure time. Barbara. And so, yeah. So I went ahead and I melted a little bit of everything. Most things I finished. There's a couple things I didn't. So I'm going to get started. And I wish I had put these in order by which I have them, but I didn't. Okay. So the first thing that I melted was this coconut cream pie strawberry passion. So this one I did in my Glade 20-watt hot plate in my living room. So I made the mistake of melting the whole thing. So this is a 0.8 ounce scent shot. These are the same size as that Smell Good Shop's mini cups. And usually I melt a whole one of those and I'm fine, but I learned on the first day, half is plenty. So I didn't get as good of a throw from this one, and this was my own fault because I did melt the whole thing in one warmer. And so it was coconut cream pie dominant. You definitely did get the strawberry in the background. It was very nice, but it was lighter. And I said that I would give it a 6.5 to 7 out of 10 throw, and that was just my fault. If I had melted half of it at one time, it would have been a lot stronger. It did become stronger later on, though. I put it on about 7 o'clock in the evening, and by the time my husband and I went to bed at 10 o'clock, 10 or 10:30, it was throwing a lot stronger by then. So I just think it did get drowned out more, and that was my own fault. But that is definitely one I would definitely buy. All right, so the next one I did is S'mores. So I learned my lesson, and I actually cut the rest of these in half. So this one I did in a Glade 20-watt hot plate and a Scentsy 20-watt bulb warmer. I have 2 warmers in the same room. It's a double room, and I did half in one. It's a nice chocolate scent with a hint of bakery. It did waft into the other room. So I had these warmers. I had this one going in my dining room and office, and it actually came into the living room a little. And then when I woke up the next morning, I could smell chocolate in my bedroom, which is next to the living room. So it was 2 rooms away that this one actually just veered right on in. This was a really good scent. I'm not crazy about chocolate and wax unless it's mixed with a bakery. I can do like mint chocolate or like a mint chocolate marshmallow. And s'mores I've learned I can do, or like a campfire s'mores or something that has like a chocolate marshmallow graham cracker type thing. This is really good. I did give this an 8.5 out of 10 throw. This is definitely one that I would buy. All right, the next one is this one, and it is Black Raspberry Vanilla. And this one I did in the same room the next night or the next day, Glade 20-watt and a Scentsy 20-watt. And this smells just like Bath & Body Works. It is a very nice, black raspberry vanilla scent. And this I did give an 8.5 out of 10. And this is one that I would definitely purchase. All right, the next one, I just had it. Here it is. It is Marshmallow and Fruit Loops. And this one, again, I cut it in half. I did half in a Glade 20 watt hot plate in my living room, the other half in my Big Lots 24 watt plate. Yeah, hot plate in my kitchen. It smelled like Rice Krispie treats without the Rice Krispie and adding Fruit Loops instead. So basically it had that gooey marshmallow scent along with the Rice Krispie treat scent, but it wasn't Rice Krispie treats, it was Fruit Loops. It's a very nice Fruit Loop scent, and that marshmallow is definitely in there. It was very good. I gave this a 9 out of 10 throw, and I would definitely purchase that. Oh, the next one was my favorite. This I loved straight out of the gate without even melting it. I wanted to buy some. So this was Hawaiian White Ginger. And this I did half in a Glade 20 watt hot plate in my living room and half in my Big Lots 24 watt hot plate in my kitchen. This smells like a beachy suntan sunscreen. When I first smelled it on cold, it smelled just like being on the beach. I mean, I don't know why, but it did. And that is my go-to favorite scent. It reminds me of home. I grew up in Florida. I grew up a half hour from the beach. So this just reminded me of that. This was such an amazing scent. This threw really well. Everything, except for the first one, which was my fault. Everything gave me a minimum of 6-hour throw. Some of them longer. But again, the first one was my own fault because I melted the whole thing at once. So this one I gave a 10 out of 10, mostly because I just love the scent, but it did perform very well. I still smelled it the next morning because I put this one on in the evening, and it just was a gorgeous scent. All right, the next one, where is it? There it is Route 66. And so this one I did, I cut it in half. I did it 2 different times in my Glade 13 watt hot plate in my bathroom. My bathroom is a very small room. And this one had a manly and woodsy note. It smelled partially like cologne and partially like woodsy. It was really good. I didn't expect to like it because I'm not crazy over the manly type woodsy scents, but I really enjoyed it. I did give it an 8.5 out of 10. I would actually purchase it for the bathroom. It was really good. All right. The next one. They're going to get easier to find once I get through them. The next one is Eggnog. This one I did in the Glade 20 watt and Scentsy 20 watt warmers at the same time, half and half. Creamy, hint of spice, but blended very nicely. So it definitely was like a creamy, eggy type scent. It does have a hint of spice, like a nutmeg. Yeah, kind of like a nutmeg or like a little bit of like a cinnamon spice or something like that. I don't like spicy, but this I really enjoyed. This is one I would definitely pick up around the holidays. I would pick this up and melt it like Christmas time. And I gave that an 8.5 out of 10. All right, the next one is this mint chocolate and marshmallow. This one I cut the bunny head off, and I did this one in my Big Lots 24 watt hot plate in my kitchen. This one smells a lot like VCS frozen hot chocolate. It is a very nice, just a creamy mint chocolate marshmallow. The chocolate kind of reminds me of like a hot chocolate in a way, just with the mint and the marshmallow, but it is really good. It performed very well. It lasted all night. I put it on in the evening and it lasted all night, and I gave it a 9.5 out of 10 throw because it did last so long. It smelled so good. It actually came into my dining room a little bit, which was okay. It was a very nice scent, and so I'm glad I have some more to melt later. All right, the next one that I have is Peppermint Fluff. I'm really glad I melted this one when my husband was at work. He would have complained all day if I had done it on the weekend. So I cut this in half, put it in my Glade 20 watt hot plate in the bedroom and in the living room. Very, very strong peppermint. This is one that would clean you out. It would really, really clean you out. If you were stuffy, it was good. It was very, very good. I didn't get much of any fluff notes. It was just very strong on the peppermint, but it was still very good. And I did give it a 9 out of 10 throw because it was very good. All right, the next one I have is Almond Joy. Cut it in half. Did Scentsy 20 watt hot plate and the Glade 20 watt hot plate. Creamy almond is basically what I got out of this. I I got a hint of coconut, but the almond was in there, and it was a creamy almond. It was kind of like it was like the almond chocolate note, but you did get a little bit of that coconut in there. And I did give this an 8 out of 10. It's not as strong as the others, but it still performed very, very, very well. All right, the next one I did is Bite Me. I cut this in half and did it in my kitchen. This was a very strong cherry fizzy. So I got like and it's on the floor over there. So I got a cherry / fizzy pop type note. It was very strong. It blew me out of the kitchen. I had my door open that day because it was spring tricked us and thought it was coming, and then winter like came back. And I live in the South, and that's not easy to do. So it was 75 that day, and I had opened my back door. I could smell it outside. That's how strong it was. But after a while, the fizzy kind of just went south on me, and that does it with every scent. I don't do fizzy pop really well or fizzy type scents because they do kind of go south after like 7-8 hours. They do tend to get sour on me. And every vendor I have tried that has like a fizzy scent does that. But it was still good. I wouldn't repurchase it only because I don't like fizzy cherry type scents, but I do like it, and I will melt this other half. I did still I gave it a 9 out of 10, even though I would not personally repurchase it because it was super strong and it lasted for freaking ever. I think I had it on 12 hours before I finally changed it out, and that was only because I put it on in the evening, and then in the morning I was busy taking my kids to school and I had errands to run, and so by the time I got home and changed it out, I could still smell it. It had gone sour on me, but I could still smell it. And again, that is nothing having to do with this vendor. That is just my personal sense. Once a fizzy pop is done, it turns on me. But I gave it a 9 out of 10, even though I personally would not buy it again. And it's just because I personally do not like the fizzy cherry type notes. All right. Next. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Strawberry Passion and Pink Sugar. So this one, I cut one of these bunnies in half. I did half in my Glade 20-watt hot plate in my bedroom and half in my Glade 20-watt hot plate in my living room. Sweet strawberry with a pink sugar blend. Very, very nice. I love strawberry. I love pink sugar. This was an amazing blend. It performed very well. It lasted all day as well. This was definitely a 9.5 to 10 out of 10. It was very good. All right, the next one, I did this one on Saturday morning. It was zucchini bread and cafe caramel. So this was a little Easter egg shape. I cut it in 4 pieces, and I put it in 4 different warmers. I used a Glade 20-watt hot plate. I used the Big Lots 24-watt hot plate. I did another Glade 20-watt hot plate, and I did my Scentsy 20-watt bulb warmer. So I did all 4 of those warmers because I cut this in 4s. This was amazing. It was a creamy zucchini bread with a hint of caramel. It was really nice. It kind of had a hint of like I don't want to say coffee because I don't think there was coffee in it, but it smelled kind of like there could have been a little bit of coffee in there. A little bit. But I got the creamy zucchini bread with a hint of caramel. It's not spicy. I don't like spicy zucchini bread. It's a creamy zucchini bread. So that was really good. This one I gave a 9.5 out of 10. I would definitely repurchase it. All right, the next one I did lavender cedarwood. I cut it in half, and I did it 2 different times in my Glade 13-watt hot plate in my bathroom. This was really good. Lavender and cedarwood go well together. I don't know why more people don't do them together. But they go really well together. When my kids, before we got into giving my kids melatonin, my son, who's autistic, would not sleep. Could not sleep. And he was about 9 when we finally broke down and gave him melatonin. He's almost 14 now. And the first time he went to school after taking melatonin, his teacher went, "What did you do to him? He's actually like being able to focus." Because he actually slept that night. He would literally be up all night and then go to school on no sleep. Well, before we did the melatonin, I was told to dilute cedarwood and mix it with lavender essential oils and rub it on their feet. And it didn't do anything for him, but he just doesn't produce melatonin. This, on the other hand, I should have saved for the bedroom. I didn't. I don't know why, but I should have. This was an amazing, soothing, calming scent. It's not an herbal lavender, but it's not really a sweet lavender. It's kind of in the middle. It's a really nice lavender, and that cedar wood is really nice. That performed very well. I did give it a 9.5 out of 10. All right. The next one is Vanilla Buttercream Raspberry Zinger. This was another of the Easter egg shape. Cut it in 4 pieces. Put it in those 4 different warmers. Glade 20 watt, Glade 20 watt, Scentsy 20 watt, and Big Lots 24 watt. This one I loved. This one I will buy in a heartbeat from her when I am ordering again. Sweet vanilla with a raspberry. It was so creamy. It did give me like that buttercream type note, but it was so good. And that raspberry was in there really nice. It was very creamy. It was a very, very nice, soothing bakery. The vanilla kind of creamed it out, and the raspberry was really good. It wasn't like a perfumey raspberry. It was more of like a fruity raspberry. This I gave a 10 out of 10. And this is one I will repurchase in bulk when I order again, or when I order anything again. All right, finally, the last thing that I have to review. And I'm sorry, I'm still got tickle. Fresh coffee. So this one, I did this in my Glade 20 watt hot plate, my Scentsy 20 watt bowl warmer. This smelled like freshly brewed coffee. I put this on yesterday morning. I made cinnamon rolls for my husband and I, like we do every Sunday morning. And I brewed some coffee. And he says to me, I thought we already have, we already have our coffee. What are you doing? He thought I was making more coffee. And I said, what are you talking about? It was the wax. The only downside of this one is it did not last as long as I had hoped. It performed very well at the beginning. It fizzled off within about 2 hours. So this was the only one that did not last as long. And coffee usually throws for hours and hours and hours. So this is the only one that did not last a long time. I still would give it about a 7.5 out of 10. I would not purchase it just because I have other coffee blends I like better, but it still was nice for the couple hours that it was going. It did smell like, it smelled like I was brewing coffee. So anyways, again, thank you, Barbara, for letting me try and review these scents. You've got a really, really good thing going. This stuff was amazing. So, the only mishap that really I had was my own mistake, other than the coffee scent being a little bit on the lighter side for longevity. It was just that first one, and I kind of wish I hadn't done that because that was, I think, one of my favorite ones I wanted to try was the coconut cream pie strawberry. So I will definitely be grabbing that when I place orders again. I won't be ordering till at least the fall of this year. I'm hoping to get through the rest of the year, but who knows. But yeah, that's going on my list. I will definitely be repurchasing that. So these perform very well. I will link her website. Yes, I have it right here on her card. I will link her website in the description box. Go ahead and check her out. Tara is amazing. So Tara is her daughter. Tara, she's Tara Lynn on YouTube. She's Tara Lynn on Facebook. She is probably one of my favorite people in the wax community. And she and I have just always had really good conversations, and we've just talked a lot and everything. She's just a sweet person. So I was happy to do this, and her mom seems super nice as well. I haven't even talked to her mom, but her mom, just sounding by her like letter to me, just sounds like a nice person. So anyways, yeah, so that is it for this video, and go ahead and check her out, and I will talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Bye.